Temperature here in Mid Wales is 3 below zero, and energy bills have risen again. So let's have some support for older people who have been forced to live without the life-saving winter fuel payment by Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves. The BBC is reporting that the second increase in Ofgem's price cap this winter took effect on New Year's Day, and it means that someone paying by direct debit and using a typical amount of gas and electricity will pay £1,738 a year. That's £21 a year more than under the previous cap, which might not sound like a lot, but when you're struggling to find the money to pay bills and buy food, it's quite a lot of money actually. Bill payers are being urged to submit a meter reading to avoid overpaying on estimated usage. Bills are about 50% higher than pre-COVID levels. Why not pre-Ukraine war, BBC? That would be more relevant. And analysts predict they will rise by a further 3% in April. Meanwhile, millions of pensioners have been deprived of their universal winter fuel payment to help cover the cost of rising energy bills, while many will not be affected. Tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands, will. The threshold for getting the payment is now receipt of pension credit, and around 150,000 people have applied for it since Rachel Reeves said they should back in July last year. More than 90,000 of them were still waiting for a decision last month, as the BBC reported, because Reeves's colleague, Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall, did not bother to prepare for the massive influx of applications. It is likely that many of them will not receive their pension credit until April, by which time they may have died from the cold or hunger, here in the 6th richest country in the world. Many of them have already been refused the lifeline. I wonder what mechanisms the government has put in place to check on the well-being of pensioners facing a freezing winter. How will we know how many of them are dying if they aren't counted?